Hey folks, welcome back to the Old Boy in Georgia Guitars and More. Well, the day has arrived that, the Chibson is here. A whole lot quicker than I expected. I mean, it's really, it was, I was thinking the end of this week, first the next, it's here today. So, hey, we're going to get to unboxing this and see what we got, and we'll try to look it over pretty good. I was going to try to do a lot of stuff in one video, and I've realized there's just too much. So I'm going to do, unbox it. We will look at over kind of, and then in a follow-up video, I want to, remove the truss rod cover, take the pickups out, give it a lot better, going over. But first, we want to just open it and see that what I ordered is what I actually got. And, to give a brief overview, if you want to go back to my previous video, I go into a little detail about what I ordered, but it's supposed to be a one-piece body, one-piece neck with the correct bridge and the fret nibs on the binding, whatever, like Gibson. So, and it's supposed to be a smoke tiger flame top. So I have no idea. I've cut down the sides of the box. I hadn't cut the ends. So you're going to see it the first time I do. I tried to cut that off camera because I know how that sounds on, to styrofoam cutting. That ain't very pleasant. So I'm going to tear into this thing and we're going to see what we got. Okay. Well, that's in there. There we go. All right. Let me get this piece off here. See what we got here. Okay, so far so good. Okay. All right. Well, the light ain't real good. I'll get this thing over here in a minute in the light. Where this lighting's terrible. But, I'll get us over here in a minute and get the light, where it's better. But, right out of the box straight up, it looks to be what I ordered. So we'll let me reset this thing, put it on the bench, and we can look at it a little closer. Okay, I hope that's a little better lighting anyway. Yeah, that's a lot better. So, as you can see, it is the correct color. It is exactly what I wanted. That's what it looked like on the, on the website. And as far as I can tell, and we'll try to get in here, this looks to be a one-piece body and a one-piece neck. And I wish the lighting was just a little better, but that's what it looks like. And this to me has been, this is an experiment to me, because this is the first one of these I've bought, and it's an experiment to me to see what they're doing, and to see what they're doing, and so I can let customers know, and I can know if somebody brings something in. Now, one thing I'll tell you right now, this thing is very light. I mean, it's extremely light. For a Les Paul, it's really light. Uh, I don't, the fret markers are not exactly right. That's, wish I could, okay. We'll try to look at that as close as you see. There's a couple that, this one right here is really close to your neck. And then this one here. They're not exactly lined up. If I see a Gibson and I see that, I'm gonna start scratching my head real quick. But the neck, it all looks one piece, and you know, it don't really look. I mean, I'm not seeing anything right offhand that looks wrong. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm seeing, you know, everything looks pretty. I mean, there's little things like the screws that screw the backing plate in are not exactly straight. I mean, I think if I seen this hanging in a music store, I would know pretty quick that it's not the real thing. You know, it's got the Gibson tuners, and I mean, this lighting is awful, but they actually look a lot better than I would expect. You know, it comes with a little bag. It's got your truss rod adjustment wrench, a little cheap cable, and then the tip for your three-way switch. So, you know, that's there. So the bridge is what it's supposed to be. That looks good. That was always a dead giveaway. That was always a dead giveaway. They had the Epiphone style bridge. That was always, as soon as you seen that, you knew that it was wrong. Now, what I want to do, and I wanted to do all this in one video, there's just no way to do this justice, you know, this quick. I want to do a measurement across the body, a body thickness, and a body length measurement. The horn on this, actually, I'll have to look at it, you know. I'll just have, and I think this light's probably messing things. I think it's going to help. I'll have to look at it. It looks a little wonky to me. It looks too far down. It looks, you know, but I'll have to look at it. But it's really, the top is really nice. You know, I'm sure it's, you know, it's not what the binding thickness. We'll look at that. I've got some specs on that. I've got specs on the body thickness. The neck angle really looks better than I expected. And I think Gibson's a 14-degree break angle. You know, the logo, that all looks good. I mean, just what I'm seeing. And I mean, like I say, the first time I've ever seen this is just when we all seen it. So, I mean, I've really got to look at it. But if I walked in a music store and this was hanging on the wall, I mean, I wouldn't think, I mean, I would think it was a Gibson guitar. So, you know, the pots are heavy feeling. I mean, they're not real loose or nothing that way. So that's, you know, that's something. I mean, I'm actually surprised. I'm not going to say impressed. I'm going to say I am actually surprised that they do what they do for the money. I mean, that's not a, you know, they shouldn't put Gibson on a guitar. And then I guess a lot of you are going to say, well, you shouldn't buy one either. But I wasn't going to buy a Gibson anyway. So if I buy one, it'll be a used one. That's not right. That's wrong. You know, to say, you know, it's built in the USA, all of that. That's just dishonest. It's not, you know, but I'm not going to try to fool. I am going to try to fool some people with this. I mean, I've got some musician friends, and I'm going to mess with them. I'm not going to try to fraud them no way. I'm not going to try to sell it to them. I mean, but I want to just see how close they can get. And this is actually pretty close. I think once we pull the truss rod cover off, you're going to have your Allen head, of course. A Gibson's not going to have the nut. The brake angle, I'll have to check that. I mean, it's actually better than look at that. I mean, it's really not. It's farther back than I would expect. And as far like I said, is the body, I mean, it appears to be one piece of wood. We're not going to say, I mean, who knows if it's mahogany or whatever, but the action on it, it looks pretty good. Let's see if I can change things around a little bit. And yeah, the angle on the neck. Okay, let's see if we can move in here a little bit. I hate these shaky cameras. Everybody look over that. And I'm gonna take and see the neck straightness. I mean, the neck is straight. I mean, the neck is straight. So that's a good thing. Let's check some frets. Wow. Okay. There we go. A little bit of rock right there. Just on the lower side. I mean, not really bad. Uh-oh, there we go again. But just on the lower ones. So, I'm not going to go through everything. We can do that later. But it's just not like it's just terrible. I mean, it really looks really nice. We'll pull the pickups out in another video, and I'll do another video in a day or two, when I get a chance. Check the intonation to see if it, and we'll see if it even works. But I don't want to wire everybody out with one video. We'll tune it up, see if it plays. Check the intonation as far as the bridge is positioned correctly. I mean, there's a few things straight up that I see, your brake angle is good. I mean, you don't have your tailpiece sitting jacked way up. I mean, it actually is a lot better than I expected. And I don't see I just don't see anything right off the bat wrong. I mean, I really don't. And this is unbiased. I mean, I'm not a proponent of these or whatever you want to call it. I mean, this is the first time that I've bought one of these. This is the first, I have the Stevie Ray Vaughan that I bought, but it's not the right body size. It's, it's like a square size body. It's not the full fender body, but anyway, that's a whole different story. So this, I mean, I'm just going to have to let it soak in and see what look at it and see what, but hey, I'll have another video out and, we'll look into it better and I'll have some better lighting and everything, but that's just kind of the unboxing, what you're getting. I mean, I know it's probably going to have the small pots and stuff like that. I'm trying to give everybody the best view I can with what I have. And so this is AliExpress. It was $266. Advertised as a one-piece body, one-piece neck. As far as, the bridge looks correct. I mean, as far as the only thing I'm really seeing visually that is not right is the fret markers. They're not positioned right. This one right here, see, is a lot lower than this one, and this one's really, really close. And that, it's a shame because that's probably the closest thing to being wrong that I see. And I mean, if you buy a $3,500 Gibson and you've got the fret markers set like that, you want your money back. So anyway, that's it. I mean, and you can look at this headstock. Everybody wants to have a look. I mean, it don't look extremely long. The truss rod cover actually looks, pretty good to me. I mean, I'm just judging by what other videos I've seen people do, and the nut is plastic, you can tell, but it actually doesn't look really bad. I mean, it's something you definitely want to upgrade. So, we'll have to see how the tuners stay, how they stay in tune. But I want to take the pickups out. I want to see, a lot of these have Epiphone marked pickups. I don't know. I've got a set of pickups for this guitar that I'm going to put in there that's really going to make it go if it's playable. And I think it is. I don't see anything, about this that would tell me that this can't be fixed, other than if the intonation's incorrect. And something that like Guitar Skeptic, the China Guitar Skeptic, he bought some Chibsons, and he bought one that the frets are not placed correctly. So no matter what you do, you're not going to be intonated right. So that's something I've got to check. Now, laying my, notched straight edge on there, everything fit. It didn't seem to get crazy as it went, so that's a good sign. So, this, like I said, I bought this for a learning experience for me and for you. I mean, out there, if you're looking at buying a Gibson guitar, you want to buy a Gibson guitar. You don't want old buddy on Facebook yard sale to sell you this guitar for $1,800. And then, 6 months down the road, you take it into a shop to have something done to it, and they say, well, I'm sorry, but you could have bought this for $300. So that's my thing, was just, a lot of the things, I think they've improved them a lot over the last few years. And I'm not saying I'm not for this. I mean, yeah, I bought it. I'll burn it if before I'd sell it to somebody. I'm not going to do that. This was an experiment with me to see just what they got, what they have, what they're doing. And the weight is another dead giveaway to me. You're not going to buy a Les Paul. And I'll get an accurate weight on it, and that'll be in the next video. But if you want to get in on that, click and subscribe and hit the little bell. And hey, the adventure is just beginning. This is just an unboxing. I'll try to get, this came a little earlier than I thought it would, and I didn't have time to do my hair or nails or nothing. So, I just wanted to get this thing out of the box, and I'd promised that, I would do an unboxing, a true unboxing, and so I've jumped in here and tried to do this because I wasn't really expecting this for another few weeks. But yeah, hang in there with me, and we'll explore this thing, and we might make a killer playing guitar out of it. I mean, who knows? So, but my first impressions are pretty good. I mean, as far as what I'm seeing. And it's amazing to me how they can build something that's so close to the original for a fraction of the cost of what you'll pay for the real thing. But the real thing is the real thing. It's a licensed thing. It's a traditional thing in our country. And, I guess buying one of these may be wrong, but sometimes you have to look at things to know what you're looking at. And I sure wouldn't want to, turn nobody the wrong way on something. If somebody brought this in here to me, and said, man, I'm thinking about buying this guitar, and I tell them, yeah, go ahead. And then I find out, hey, they bought a Chinese fake. I need to know what I'm looking at, and so does everybody else. So there's no substitute. I mean, this is not a Gibson. It's not a substitute. So Anyway, I'm way long on this video. We'll have another one coming up very shortly. We'll call this part 1. Part 2's coming. So I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.